Hello students, I'm Shobha and I'm here to discuss the essay Choosing Our Universe from the book Literature and Language First. The essay Choosing Our Universe is written by Stephen Hawking and Leonard Mlodinow. Before going into the depth of the essay, I would like to tell a little about its authors. Its first author is Stephen Hawking, who is an English physicist and cosmologist, and he suffered from motor neuron disease in his early youth, which paralyzed him. And in spite of this difficulty, he distinguished himself in the field of physics for study of black holes. He could not speak and write, but he used to express his thoughts with the help of electronic devices. The second author is Leonard Mlodinow. He is an American physicist and screenwriter. He has written many books, and some of them bestseller books. And in the field of physics, he is recognized for the study of atom. Both of these authors have written collaboratively a book which was named The Grand Design. The book is about the origin of the universe, and it has various theories and beliefs about the origin of the universe. And if anyone reads the book, comes out as a thought provoking and interesting book which discusses beliefs prevalent in the world. I have mentioned this book because our essay Choosing Our Universe is an excerpt from the book The Grand Design, and like the book, the essay itself discusses beliefs and theories about the origin of the universe, and have to keep track all these theories and beliefs. Before going into the depth of the chapter, I would like to make one thing clear, that students are free to have their personal opinions, but they have to keep track of all these beliefs and theories. Everyone can believe or can remain free to not to believe. When the chapter starts, in the beginning, we find that these authors mention a belief of Boshongo people of, from Central Africa, and these people means these Bosongo people believe that in the beginning there was only darkness, water, and the great god Pumba. In the beginning means before the origin of the universe. So before the universe came into existence, there was only darkness, water, and the great god Bumba. And one day Bumba was in pain and he vomited up the sun, the stars, moon, and the animals like crocodiles, turtles, and leopards, etc. And finally, the great god Bumba vomited up the man. This is the belief of Boshongo people, and the Mayans of Central Mexico and Central America believe that in the beginning there was only sea, sky, and the maker. And the maker was not happy because there was none to praise him, and then he created earth, mountains, and trees, etc. But still they could not speak, so he tried to create human beings from mud. But these uh, people used to speak nonsense, and God destroyed them. And he tried to make human beings from wood, and these people were dull, and God decided to destroy them, but the people escaped into the forest. And today these people are known as monkeys. This is called a fiasco by these authors, which means a failure. And after this failure, the maker finally constructed human beings from white and yellow corn. At this point, these authors say that today we make ethanol from the corn, but we so far we have not matched the maker's feat of constructing the people who drink it. Means these authors say that we cannot match the idea of maker who made human beings from the corn, but we cannot do this. After discussing the beliefs of Boshongo and Mayans, these authors take a pause, and they uh, think that this question of science and question of creation myth is alike, and both the fields wants to know that why is universe and why is in this way in which we have known it. These authors believe that one thing that may have been apparent even in early times was that either the universe was a very recent creation, or else human beings have existed for only a small fraction of cosmic history. Base of their thought is that if human beings would have been a very old race, then it would have been gone much far and more ahead than it is. That is because the human race has been improving so rapidly in knowledge and technology that if people had been around for millions of years, the human race would be much further along in its mastery. Once again, these authors mention the belief of Old Testament, according to which God created Adam and Eve only 6 days into creation. Bishop Usher uh, placed the origin of the world even more precisely, and he said that universe was originated on October 27, 4004 BC. At this point, these authors remark that we take a different view, that humans are a recent creation, but that the universe itself began much earlier, about 13.7 billion years ago. After these beliefs, these authors mention the observations of Edwin Hubble, who made observations with the 100-inch telescope in the hills above Pasadena, California. Edwin Hubble maintained that nearly all galaxies are moving away from us, and the farther away they are, the faster they are moving. It means that the speed of the galaxies increases as they move away from one another. In 1929, Edwin Hubble published a law according to which he maintained that the universe is expanding. These authors assume that if it is true that the universe is expanding, then the universe must have been smaller in the past. And they believe that if we think about the distant past, then it can be believed that all the matter and energy in the universe would have been concentrated in a very tiny region of unimaginable density and temperature. And if we go back far enough, there would be a time when it all began, the event we now call the Big Bang. The essay Choosing Our Universe ends with showing a possibility of an incident or event like Big Bang. The essay ends with mentioning Big Bang, though there is not detailed description or discussion about the Big Bang. But I would like to tell the students that Big Bang is a theory which believes that universe came into existence because of a big blast. And this essay Choosing Our Universe ends with a note which, though not very clearly, but expresses that the event like Big Bang would have been existed. This essay ends here, and before closing the lecture, I would like to summarize the points discussed in the essay. Where students have to know that these are the beliefs and theories about the origin of the universe, which can be and which cannot be believed, which may or may not be believed. It is up to them which story they believe, and we are going to summarize the points given in the essay. When the essay starts, it discusses the belief of Boshongo people, who believe that in the beginning there was darkness, water, and the great god Bumba, and Bumba vomited up things like rivers, moons, animals, and human beings. Then the second belief is described in this essay is people belief of Mayans, who believe that in the beginning there was sea, sky, and the water, and the maker uh, made human beings from white and yellow corn. Then the next belief is discussed in the essays from Old Testament, which believes that God created human beings into 6 days, and the universe was created according to Bishop Ussher on 27 October 4004 BC. Then these authors bring to the fore the observations of Edwin Hubble, who told that all galaxies are moving away and the universe is expanding. and both of these authors seems to we agree with Edwin Hubble, and they show a possibility of an event like Big Bang, which was the cause of the origin of the universe. Those students are free to think that how universe came into existence. At last, I thank all my viewers and listeners. Thanks a lot.